And welcome back to another episode of Perspectives. Today we are talking about who's the best member of Bone Thugs and Harmony as we do our E1999, the 20-year anniversary album review. No, is it 30 years? Oh shoot, it's I think it's 30 years.
30.
I put that bad. My bad, y'all. I'm gonna update that. 30-year anniversary. It's a long time since that album dropped now. My name is Holden Stefan Roy. Joining me as always is Liddy Bro Flacco. But today we also have a very special guest, another member of the Liddy Bros, a super talented lyricist, somebody with a very different perspective than what Flacco and I bring, Mr. Jesse James Figueroa himself. And we are so excited to have him here.
What up, though? Liddy Bros.
Yeah.
Liddy, what's good, y'all?
Yo, it's good to have you here. But yeah, we're gonna go through the same kind of thing like we've been doing with these album reviews. Only this time, Mr. Figueroa will be here with us. So I don't know, Flacco, how you wanted to start this off. If you wanted to address the topic at hand, who's the best member of the Bone Thugs and Harmony group, or we're gonna bring that up a bit later on.
I mean, I'm sure it'll come up as we keep going. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we all have a guy that's like, oh, you know what? I like this guy the most. Yeah. What up, Lindell? See you in the comments.
What's up, Lindell?
This is also important because it's specific. Jess is a member of the Liddy Bros, but he's here as a New Yorker that was directly influenced by Bone Thugs. You can hear it in his flow. You can hear it in his cadences. He was super influenced by Bone Thugs. He loves Bone Thugs. So he's here for a specific reason. It's not just we got another Liddy Bro member here just cuz type shit. You know what I'm saying? There's a good reason for it,
That part.
When we do the 10-year, 15-year album review for Lil Peep, we'll have CC on. You know what I'm saying?
It's funny, Chris just listened to Migos the whole time. He was such a Migos fan back then.
Migos fan, so there we go. He was influenced by the group that influenced Jess's. Were influenced by Jess's favorite group because the Migos were definitely influenced by Bone Thugs.
A lot of groups are, but I guess we'll get to that eventually.
Yeah, fair enough. All right. So are we gonna save, I guess, Jess's impressions for the end of the album?
Do you have you usually open up with your thoughts and then I close with my thoughts? I'm down with you. Let's just stick to what we do. You open, I'll close, and in the middle, Jess will get his bars in.
So I really like the Bone Thugs flow and everything. Before even this, but this isn't really where I came into it. But when I started getting into music more seriously, it was around when the
Bone Thugs and Harmony Resurrection.
Strength and Loyalty, I believe, was the one that came out a bit later on. Is when I first kind of encountered them and discovered that they existed as a group. I think it was the joint with Akon that was a hit at the time.
Damn,
and that
7
really,
albums in.
I mean, when you in Montreal, it isn't exactly like everyone's bumping underground music from Cleveland up in your hood. Even though they got the Grammy and they got the hits and everything. I mean, it isn't like Bone Thugs was doing that much in 2000 to 2005 that would have reached Montreal in the same capacity in the era of G-Unit. Even Dipset hit my high school, but it was just a different era,
I mean, that's understandable. Listen, Montreal is like Toronto in the sense that it is a northeast city, and like most Northeast cities, you guys are heavily influenced by New York. Philly's heavily influenced by New York. Jersey is. Boston is. It goes all the way down to maybe Virginia. And then the states start getting too southern and they're like, well, we're influenced by ourselves and our own shit. You know what I mean? Montreal is definitely highly influenced by New York.
I immediately fell in love with what they did. I could tell you that I had no idea what the fuck Bone Thugs and Harmony rapped about way most of my life. Super no idea. I don't even know how to listen to their shit without the lyrics in my face. But I definitely, since time, I've had lyrics in my face, printed that shit out. But I remember, I would like find particular hits I liked and memorize the fuck out of Bone Thugs and Harmony songs though, because I was obsessed with the flow and the way that they rap. They have been one of my favorite rap groups, honestly, since I discovered them. Not to a point where I can say I listen to all the deep cuts. White people love some
fast rapping, let me tell you.
Oh God, not just the fast raps, but the harmonies, the way they blend together.
White people love a fast rap, let me tell you. So white people are like, wait a minute now. Hold on,
my God, it's done.
He just speed it up.
But it's not just the fast rap. Like you take like the way Crazy Bone and Busy Bone can just alter the tempo and cadence of the flow. Mid-bar, flip it up. That's some guitar solo shredding shit, but like to harmony, soulful fucking rapping. It's so cool. Right? Like it is at a different tier of most things I ever heard in music, to be honest. And then when I first encountered this album was when I was doing album reviews. I first listened to this album in whole in the early 2010s when I'd finally gotten access to full YouTube and was discovering hip hop. Because believe it or not, until YouTube unlocked the doors for me, it wasn't like it was easy to just get these albums and shit. Because I wasn't paying no $20 an album for all the shit that dropped 20 years ago.
And you weren't going on LimeWire and just jacking it?
But I didn't know to jack it. Like, I never thought that, because, like, we're not at that area. Wikipedia is still coming in a couple of years. Like, we're not there yet where it's just in my face. Yo, I had weird underground 50 Cent mixtapes, though, that Yahoo launch services fed to me. There was stuff, but it was all what the algorithms of life put in my face. So it was not Bone Thugs until really the YouTube. That being said, I got to the point where when I went back to this album and listened to it the first time, I had no idea what the fuck I was like. Words, didn't understand it, but them hits were like big. So I was obsessed with the hits for a while. Then we did this album review like 6-7 years ago of Bonnie and Everything. Still had no idea what the fuck was really going on this project, but I love the album. A couple of songs I've been listening to since. Then I went back to it now and I realized, similar to my thoughts of sameness last year, a lot of people who cherish classic hip hop albums tend to ignore how samey they can be and how repetitive at the lyrical content level they can be. So if there's one criticism on this album, it's that half that album is the same song done differently, which I, in this case, really like because it happens to be in the realms of stuff I'm really into. It's got the fast raps, the beats are cool. Like, I realized along the way that I was never as driven to boom bap and the New York sound that a lot of my peers are. Give me that Midwest, give me that Southern shit where the lyrics maybe don't matter as much, but it was really all about the delivery and how tight the flow was. Not to say the lyrics don't matter, but like most people are listening to Bone Thugs because they're rapping with these crazy fucking flows. And in my opinion, or at least everyone I know. And so that would be like my main thoughts are, it is an incredible listen to if you're into that sound, but high key it's got a lot of sameness to it, and we'll go through the individual songs, but I really like the sameness. I could bump this album pretty much. There's like one or two songs I'm not a fan of that we'll get to, but the rest of the album is like, I like this shit. We are in my wheelhouse in terms of preferences. Word. Yeah.
So, all right, so let's get to it. Let's get to it.
With the first track being...
the introduction. It's
I'm just getting to it on
introduction.
Introduction. Yes,
sir. Introduction.
Don't you miss the misspelling of hip-hop songs?
I love it. I
miss the misspelling of hip-hop songs. I miss that so much.
Sleeping ain't good to go now. When I'm alone on no bills, I never watch the dove. Then I won't be slipping, sleeping under the looks like bells with a trailer truck and shells. Blood of his spell, one of the 7 and the 2 will live.
And now our video is blocked in Russia. All right, let's go.
Bonnie in the comments said, "Mo murder." I mean, we're not gonna play the whole song. You know what I mean? We just play like a little snippet of the song.
A tone setter.
So we know what we're talking about. We all listened to the album earlier today. Again, I'm sure. or this weekend at some point. I did it today.
I did both.
Word.
Yeah, I listened today on the way to work.
Word.
Word.
So you're the guest, Jess. You first. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
I mean, I'm gonna be totally honest. I didn't care too much for intros on any album. So I kind of listened to this a few times and skipped past it. I thought the beat was fire though. I was like they could have did more with the beat. But yeah, I usually skip the track too and get right to it. Straight up.
Word. Word. Holden, what did you think about this? What would you give the track, Jess, on a 1 to 5?
On a 1 to 5, it's like a 3. It's Bone Thug. I'm not gonna go any lower than 3, personally.
Right. I feel that.
Holden?
I think the intro is interesting. I try to imagine what it's like to be there in 1995. I don't know how many people were doing reversal lyrics like that and trying to set the horror themes and shit too. So I don't know if this is super prevalent, but to my understanding, we're on the early side of this type of shit. I could be wrong. So to me, I add that into it as a cool, innovative thing to do, because we often do criticize shit for being regular. This isn't just your typical talky intro. It's not just some random people hyping it up. It's this whole fucking vibe setter, and then you get 3 little verses where it just fucking gives you a sense of the almost like this where they're from. Although the next track is going to do the same thing, it still kind of serves as a pre-intro. And I also think about how there wasn't like 7 more Bone Thugs albums at this point for us to cherry pick. We didn't have Art of War and all this next shit. So at this point, having the extra intro here might have been advantageous because it is more of their shit. And I only think they have 2 projects out before this one, and they're like not necessarily
Nope,
the
you're
same
correct.
Same like
Correct.
length of it. So with that being said, I think it serves its purpose really well. It is not my favorite song on the album, but I do like the flows. I like the way they rap. I think Crazy had the nicest of the 3 verses on this one. And for me, it's a 3.5. I realized I don't know what to say about what they're rapping about. They are in some horror-esque drug dealing murder land. So bet I feel like they are telling their stories. They are putting their tone, and they are really, really good at painting a picture. But you really have to fucking listen to understand what the hell they're saying without words in your face. But they are in fact articulating syllables when you slow it down and all that shit. But they are hitting it with a slang and an accent and a bunch of shit where it ups the difficulty of understanding them. And yet none of that matters to me because they sound so fucking cool. These are like 3 of my favorite bones right there on the track. If I had to pick the 3, it's those 3. And holy shit, it's a good strong start.
Word. I don't know, man. This shit was meh. It was very meh to me. This is a 2 out of 5 for me. I mean, listen, I will. Even what you're talking about, Holden, right? Like, yeah, it is some horrorcore-esque, but like we already covered that with Big L, right? Like Big L. This was the era.
Later.
This is that came before. This is 1995.
Oh, right.
Big L came out in 1994 or 3.
Oh, you're right. My bad.
Or was
Yeah.
it 95? Either way, before Big L, there was, I always say, right, like Big L, Biggie, there were a lot of rappers doing shock rhymes, like shock. Whoops, sorry, forgot to turn my phone on off ringer. There were a lot of shock raps, and horrorcore kind of like delved into that. Nas also did that a little bit, right? Like I went to hell for snuffing Jesus type of shit. And so shock rap and horrorcore rap was a thing. Even if we're not going to talk about them specifically, the Gravediggers were around before them. They did that same type of sound, except that I think it sounded cooler with the tempo that 3 6 Mafia and Bone Thugs would do, which is like a more up-tempo, double, triple time flows. Yeah. But it's still the production. the production was like mid to me. Like it was not hitting 2 out of 5.
That's fair. That's a fair point. All right, but it is an introduction, so let's get to the album proper.
Don't need the intro.
E1999.
Don't need the intro.
1999.
Down, get 'em up with a thug and a nigga with the bug and the fifth rose. But the niggas don't love that I'm out with that for they ways up, nigga run up the Buddha. Smoke it all up, nigga, don't stiff on the reefer. More than up under the cup with this fast like a lodger when this shit is creeper. Strippers, they get the double Glock with the mirror, scouts when they block. Come up in the drop when they gunshot, pop, blood up in the body and the bullshit stop. Whenever them trouble knocks with the popo, niggas roll.
Alright, what do you think, Flacco?
Man, there's another 2 out of 5.
What?
I did not enjoy the first half of this album.
I knew you was gonna just piss me off with this. Why?
I wrote it down. You know what I wrote down? I don't know how this was a single. Like what? How is this a single? This is not a single. If I would have been at the label, I'd have been like, get this shit the fuck out of here. What? This is not the fucking single. This is not.
Did you ever see the video? Did you see the video?
No. I did not.
The video for this is fire. The only thing that threw me off with the video is that this was back in a time where they was still making like curse-free versions.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a lot of that. So it's a lot of like, you know, instead of saying the F word, switch it to whatever. So other than that, the video's fire. But I'm mad at you. I'm upset.
I did not see the video.
That's
fair.
Yeah, you're gonna get very upset at me throughout this.
That's fair.
That song for me, that I give that a 5, a hard 5. Yes.
He said
you
a
kidding
hard
me?
5.
That's for me as a fan that started the album. Like, oh, this is where they going with it. Like, okay, I'm ready. I was strapped in and I was ready to go. And you know, it's a classic Bone Thug street joint. And yes, I loved it very much.
Word.
I don't even think they're all on that record at that.
They are.
And that record is still, they are all on it?
All 5. It's one of the only ones that has all 5 of them on it.
Right. Because, yeah, there's a few of them that don't have all. Okay, so that is...
also might be why it's a single, too, because it's one of the only
it has all of them.
songs that has all 5 of it. And I believe Flesh got locked up throughout the process of most of their career, to be honest.
That's exactly what happened.
And so, yeah, it was definitely that. But yeah, no. Do you have more that you want to say on this one?
No, not really. That was it.
All 5 of them were on this. It starts off with Lazy, then it goes to Crazy, then it goes to Busy, then it goes to Flesh and Bone, and then it goes to Wishbone. So yeah, all 5 of them are on this.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Banger. I don't know what you talking about, Flacco.
I'm kind of more in the middle of both of you. It is definitely not like a 5 on 5 to me, but I do like this song. I just think there are other songs I like more on this project, and it might be more the beat than the bones, because let's be honest, the bones are hella consistent on this album. Like, they are about to do the same thing flow-wise on 17 fucking songs with maybe 1 or 2 exceptions, and I like it. I'm here for it. I really want it, and I'm ready to go. As far as what they rap about and how they go, I, again, don't know if they're actually great lyricists or not, but the way they deliver their shit is enthralling to me, and I like seeing them back to back to back like this because each one of them has a distinct way of doing it. Like Lazy's kind of more chill with his flow, and then Busy's got that weird erraticness to it. Crazy's got that like deep, rugged voice. Flesh just stands out because you're like, who the fuck is that at first, until you remember that Flesh is in the group. No offense to him, it's just
the forgotten member.
But he's in the group and he's a legitimate. Like, there were several joints where this time around I was like, oh shit, Flesh is good. Like
there's a lot of people that still don't know he's the 5th member. So that goes to show you.
And then I never really appreciated Wishbone before, but in the last few years, I've really come to like melodies more and the way people sing more. And I think Wishbone is a highly underrated member because the way his flow is, it's like he can't go as fast or as tricky, but he makes up for it with the way he hits all of these notes. Which, yo, what Wish is
Yeah,
doing in this album,
his flow is definitely the simple flow out of the crew.
but like what
You know what I
he's
mean?
doing on this
If we
album
keep it like that.
is more reminiscent of what a lot of guys do today than I think what the other four are doing. Like the other four did a lot of fast shit, and that was wild popular maybe 10 years ago. But like what they're doing now, what Wish is doing, that's what a lot of people I know are doing right now, just with different mixes on the voice. I'm sure they all heard Wish, and I never really thought about it before, but I think Wish's flow is really impactful in a way that never gets discussed that much. That being said, he's not my favorite member of the Bone, but he held his own on this track really fucking well. For me, it's more of a 4, and it has to do more with the beat. I like it, but certain beats just don't hit the same as other ones, and it's more like the Bones hold this down than the production does for me. And yeah, so I'm going to go with 4 on 5 on that one. And then the next track is Eternal.
And I'm ducking the bullets and trying to escape me, but only get sprayed. Gotta get away with the bubbles, chase me, so man. Running with the big gangs, bang, bang. Put them in the coffin, but pump, dump in their bodies. Come again, dump in their bodies. Deep in their posse, through the hood. Check out the Glock like we do it with swing. Niggas like that can't remain. Smoke butter.
I like this beat a lot. This side of the production is more of my favorite when Bone Thugs is on. Like that shit samples a video game. That shit sounds so cool and different. I don't know what it is. That's one of my favorite beats on this album. That's one of my favorite beats. I really like this one. There's a couple on this album that hit me like that. Otherwise, same kind of commentary, to be honest. I don't have a lot of differences between what I gotta say track to track. We're still in that particular era of learning how they sell coke and shit, and they're painting out this like street life and whatnot, but they deliver it so beautifully. I just want to keep listening to it. This one's a 4.5 on 5 for me. I really fucking like this song. I could listen to it any day of the week. Yeah, that's all I gotta say about it.
Yeah, I mean, I have to go with 4.5 with you as well. Like, the beat is mad smooth. First off, Crazy Bone kills everything he touches, no matter what. And even features, you know what I mean? We could go to features that I've heard, and he just like destroying shit. So let's just put that out there. Crazy Bone is probably the guy out the crew. He's the guy, the main guy.
Crazy.
But that song is super fire. You know what I'm saying? And it definitely bumps in the car. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those drive fast, hit the highway.
I was listening to it on the highway yesterday.
So what didn't you like about it, Flacco?
I gave it a 3 out of 5. I like this production better than the first 2 tracks.
Okay.
Shouts to Unique for the sound that he created for them, because it's catered to them, but it's also not for me. For the most part, is what I thought, until the album continued. I could see how this sound and them as a group kind of encroached on 3-6 Mafia, though. Like, as I'm listening to this album, when we get to this track, I see how like 3-6 fans would feel like, wait a minute now, because it's the same. They do the same thing with the cadences, and then they do the same thing with the eerie, dark sounds. Like,
and let me tell you, not to cut you real quick, their sound with this album is like, it's matured from the last album. You know what I'm saying? Like 100-fold. And he produced both albums. And this is what I'm saying. That's him getting better as well from the last album to E1999. My fault. Yeah.
Word. Nah. And I was just gonna say that, like, I feel like they had more similarities than people, like, I guess people did realize, and that's why the fans of 3-6 felt the way. That's why there was a Versus during the Versus era of the pandemic. they had similarities.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, they
I
had
did not.
they had a
Forgot
fucking
about
verse.
that. Cause yeah, I
and
remember as soon as he said it, it played in my head.
and
Like, oh,
was
that did
was
happen.
that crazy or busy that
It was busy.
fucking
It was
busy
always
that threw
busy.
the fucking
It's always
that threw,
busy.
that threw the fucking the water bottle.
His name is Busy.
He gets
I don't know.
busy.
Yeah, shut up, Busy Bones. He's a very entertaining fellow. For a long while, Bonnie and I were watching Busy Bone drink wine and spill tea, because he has a whole YouTube channel where him and his wife, sometimes, but mostly him, sits there and he literally just drinks wine, dressed up all fancy, and spills all the fucking tea about everything that's happened. And I find it very fun, all right, on every level, on multiple levels. It cracks me up, but he's very good at it, so you want to keep watching. Shout out to Zebo.
I'm gonna check that when I get off the
I
head.
was about to say, I'm about to log into YouTube and go check
I'm gonna
that
check
out.
that.
Because
That sounds great.
like some shit that I've enjoyed watching.
But
shit.
yo, lyrically, Busy's a dog.
Oh my word, he's so talented.
He's a dog. Oh my God. He will dog walk somebody. Lyrically, oh my God.
There are many times on Art of War where his voice gives me chills just listening to the way
Yeah.
he delivers bars.
Delivery's
I have to say,
crazy.
on E1999, it's not the same, but like I feel like the way he ends up becoming after this project is just crazy as a lyricist. But on this project, he's still incredible. He still blends well, and it's just that high pitched way he delivers. And what he's saying, it's like it does not match his voice, which makes it fucking hit even harder, because you just don't expect a guy to sound like that, to rap like that, and you could tell he means it. He means every fucking word. I like him a lot. I don't know. He's not. I don't know. I think I like Crazy more, but Busy's very like neck and neck with him.
Those are the two. Those are the first two. For me, I'm gonna just say it real quick. It's Crazy, Busy, Crazy, Busy, Lazy. It's Crazy, Busy, Lazy, then Flesh, and then Wish.
Yeah, I'd have
That's my five in that order.
I'd have the same order, to be honest. Although Wish has gained points as time goes on for me, because I appreciate how he sings.
Wait, you said your order is who?
Crazy, Busy, Lazy, Flesh, and Wish.
Word.
Yeah, I honestly, that's the same shit.
From top to bottom. That's my list.
Holden, you agree? This is your same list, top to bottom?
Fucking
Exact
Crazy
top.
first,
Word.
Busy, then Lazy, and then honestly, yo, when you really
And
listen
it
to
can
Flesh, he
listen.
brings it.
And that's a debate with Crazy and Busy. That's debatable as fuck.
Super debatable, but
It can go either way with those two.
It was after
those
Art of
two
War
is
though,
going-
because like yo, he held down like almost every chorus on Art of War is Crazy Bone. Like he fucking held down that whole album. So after that, it's hard. And then he held down every album since. Like he is Lazy there too, but I feel like Crazy is like the hardest working fucking. He did a 48 track album by himself in 1999.
Yeah.
48 track. Anyway, Crazy Bone was just a monster. Anyway.
Word.
Yeah.
Word. Let's get to the next track.
Crept and we came.
Talking cat boots, walking jack boots, ready to pap you if we have to, Taylor. Stuck in cat boots, walking jack boots, ready to pap you if we have to, Taylor. Talking cat boots, walking jack boots, ready to pap you if we have to, Taylor.
Oh man, I love the way they
harmonize
on each other.
Man. That's
Jesse.
see, that's another 5 for me. Like that's like an era for me. Like it reminds me of my boy from East Harlem. Shout out to my brother Flan. This is the Panasonic stereo walking the streets days.
He had a dope name. Flan is a hard name.
Let me tell you something. Flan super Puerto Rican, but he had his hair out, light skin like Busy. Listen, like Busy Bone with his hair out.
Named after the greatest dessert
with his hair out, big old.
Made.
The little Panasonics that we used to all walk around with in the 90s. And that's all he played.
He was light skinned.
All he played was that. He's light skinned. That's what I'm saying. All hair all out like Busy Bone. And yeah, that song is just a straight 5 off of that. It's
Shouts
creepy.
out to you, Flan.
It sounds like you're gonna go do a stick up listening to that shit. Like, yeah, you know what I mean? That's one of them joints that the streets. I know. What I mean, at least where I was at, East Harlem, they love that shit. So that's a 5 for Jesse.
Yeah, that chorus is crazy. Like it's like you can see your mom singing that, and that's what they do really well. They be feeding you these words where, I mean, let's be honest, that's a very violent chorus, and yet you just want to sing that shit like it's a fucking nursery rhyme or some shit. And Busy's delivery on that shit, oh, he's special when he hits. Like when he hits, it's like truly like it outshines everything else on the track. Like I like the verses and shit, but that chorus alone just that's like half the song right there. Doesn't need anything else.
And going back to the 3-6 thing real quick, that beat could be a 3-6 beat. You know what I mean?
Yes, they had a lot of similarity in production. Like I was a bigger 3-6 fan than I was a Bone Thugs fan. But when I heard this, which by the way, this is my first time ever listening to this album. So like Holden has more experience with the Bone Thugs and Harmony E1999 album than I do, which is pretty fucking incredible.
That warms my heart. It really does. It warms my heart. You have no idea.
Crazy. But see, like I'm also never gonna front, right? Like what I'm an expert at and what I know like the back of my hand. But what I don't know, I'm quick to be like, yo, like people ask me, hey, you ask me directions somewhere and I don't know the directions. I'm never the person that's gonna give you bad directions. I'm just gonna be like, nah, I don't know where the fuck you're going. I can't help you. That's it. That's the end of that conversation right there. But if I know where you're going, I'm gonna be the guy that's like, listen, you're gonna go straight. You're gonna see a big tower. Underneath that tower, you're gonna see a sign, and it's gonna say, "Monkey lives here forever." You're gonna follow that sign. You're gonna make a left. I'm gonna give you such a descriptive description when I
like,
do know.
You don't know the street name, but you know what store is on that corner.
Right. And so I'm not but when I was listening to this album, I was like, yo, I hear it. I get why 3-6 fans felt a ways about Bone Thugs. I get why they made a beef and they made a thing. But I also see how they're different. You know what I mean? I gave this a 2. I keep giving it 2s because they're rapping their asses off, but sonically, like musically, it's missing. I'm not a fan.
How do you work with this man, Holden?
Another thing, yo, what up, DJ Cruz? As another thing that I see a difference in is that they both 3-6 and Bone Thugs both did like a creepy sound, like a haunting type of sound, but 3-6 were better at production because 2 of the members were producers. So they were producer rappers. And I think that they knew how to like kind of like go for a commercial sound. Also, that Memphis sound is different than the Midwest Cleveland chopper sound that Bone Thugs did. So it's like they both had the haunting part together and the like horrorcore-ish content in the lyrics, but they did different types of bounces. And I like 3-6's bounce better. And even early on, 1991, 92 era 3-6, like early 3-6, before they got to fucking tear the club up and all this other shit, like
when they had when they had the 1-900 number? I don't know if you remember that.
I do. And then but they had that Memphis bounce. They invented that Memphis bounce before that bounce was anywhere else, I feel like. And so that's what I feel like is missing with Bone Thugs, where like DJ Unique is good and he has flashes of greatness, but like there's something that they're doing. I feel like Unique needed Diddy or Quincy Jones or Dr. Dre, or he needed somebody else in his ear telling him like, yo, this is good, this is great, get rid of that. Get rid of that. What the fuck are you doing here? Get rid of this, get rid of that. Bump this up some, bump that bass up. do, you know what I mean? Like certain little things he could have used more help, I feel like, with the production. I feel like he could have used some guidance in his production. But I hear greatness in certain shit. It's just not in this. The beginning, I'm very like, wow, like I told you on the phone, Jess, this album doesn't hit for me until we get to the Crossroads. And then I noticed with the Crossroads that it's kind of like, we'll get there. We'll talk about that when we get there. Yeah. But yeah, I gave it a 2 out of 5. I feel like the music is not hitting. And I say 2 out of 5 because they're smacking with the lyrics. What they're missing is the production that really hits. And then that would go from a 2 to a 4. And then to get to a 5 with me, that's the unquantifiable. That's what makes a hit record a hit record. That's what makes like a perfect. You know what I mean? Right. The unquantifiable part. The 2 and the 4 is like, how hard are you hitting with the lyrics? And they're hitting. It's just the music isn't hitting for me the way that the lyrics are hitting for me and the way that the rapping is hitting for me.
Yo, it's wild that you say that because I had to grow to like 3 6 Mafia, and now I love 3 6 Mafia. I even really like them old joints. Somebody made me review one of them, DJ Paul, or one of them early 1992 mixtapes where they were sampling each other and doing all kinds of wild shit. And I think that shit is really cool, but a culture that was less palatable and understandable for someone like me. Whereas the culture of 5 guys on a corner doo-wopping turned into a rap band is definitely a lot more palatable.
Definitely your vibe. Word. Nah, I get it.
Word.
That's what I liked about 3 6. That's why I feel like, what would have been a better battle? Poison Pen always famously said during the Versus era that he would have loved to have seen 3 6 versus Wu-Tang. And I'm not mad at him. I think that would also be like a great battle. But for me personally, I would have loved to see 3 6 versus MOP. They are like 2 groups that are like made for the club, essentially. They know how to fucking get that shit that gets you fucking bopping and fucking ready to tear the fucking club up. You know what I mean? Annie Up makes me want to fucking mosh pit with a bunch of people and push each other and fucking punch somebody and fucking rob them. You know what I mean? But it also makes me want to fucking tear the club up. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like Bone Thugs is more exactly what you said. It's like a doo-wop band turned rappers, super rappers, chopping it the fuck up. Which is like, again, their main talent. And let's be clear here. Even me saying that I don't like these songs so far and giving them a 2 is still giving them respect because that 2 comes from them being lyrically dope and being great rappers. You know what I'm saying?
Whatever,
but the music,
dude.
The sound is just like, bruh. But
whatever, dude.
Let's keep going.
Expecting this going into this, to be honest with you. 100%
whatever, dude. Whatever, dude.
You were expecting or you weren't expecting?
Absolutely. At this point, I think I've got a sense for what impresses you and doesn't in music, and I was expecting this. I didn't realize Figueroa would liked it so much, which is dope. I appreciate where you're coming from, but then again, I was
a hardcore fan in like 94, like 93, 94. I was listening to Bone Thugs.
Absolutely.
Like hard.
Yeah,
like,
he had to have been, or else his flow wouldn't be how it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's exactly, all the double time, that's exactly where it came from.
Love it.
Yeah.
Listening to those guys.
Yeah. All right. So the next one is Down 71, The Getaway.
Trying to hit the trail cause they wanted my nigga fried. Holding the Bible when I got a grenade on the inside squad. Get ready for the run when I heard no mumbles. Pulling me gauge and laughter. Keep bucking them faster. All I was thinking when I seen them busters. Gotta better watch out for them busters. Cause them can't pay me gauge. Gotta bust some souls in the grave. So I'm bucking them straight to them pay.
Yeah, honestly, I know I said that there was a lot of sameness on this album, but this is definitely one of those tracks where they break away from the molds of what they do on most of the songs and give you something completely different. I do get the feeling in this era it was almost like a checklist item to have a fucking story
Yes.
song though, because it feels
Yes.
like every and it's almost like they have like one, max two. Like it's not really what they want to do, but they want to prove they can do it. And I don't know if
I mean,
right
this
about
is
that.
a checklist era, period. Like back in this era, from this era was born the era in the late 90s, early 2000s, where we started making fun of rappers for being like almost like cartoon character, like got my street record, got my record for the girls, got my club record, got my this record, got my that record, got my storytelling record, got my record about my family, got my this, got my that, like check, got my oversized fitted cap, you know, and that became like the blueprint of like a lot of mixtape rappers in the early 2000s. And that came from this era of rappers like, oh, got my weed smoking song, got my this song, got my that song, got
the song for the radio, got the song for the
got my-
girls,
this is
got
what
my
I'm
song
saying.
for the gangbangers. Like,
Yeah, I love the story though. Like the story on this song is crazy. It's like a lot of the story songs are more like sneaky, low down, like you're picturing a dude decked out in like a black ski mask and some heisty shit's going on. Bone Thugs went a very different route. This is a AAA production Hollywood movie, Michael Bay level of explosions and like fucking all kinds of shit's going on as they basically assault the police and shit. It's quite an adventure with a lot of sound effects and a lot of extra shit, and I'm all for it. I am all for it. Like, you can barely understand what the fuck they're saying half the song. You really gotta listen to understand it. But that just adds to it, right? Like, it just adds to the charm of what they're doing here. But like when you really listen to it, it's this crazy story of like you follow it and they're all almost fucking superheroes with their giant arsenal of weapons, like excessive of, it's like there's a joke in Dungeons and Dragons where people carry so many items their bag would be like 300 pounds on their back. That's what you're picturing, fucking the Bone Thugs coming through with arsenals like that ready to go. It is so cartoonishly fun. And I really, really, really like it.
Let me tell you something though. FYI though, like the Midwest, like they where they're from, Cleveland, is open carry state if I'm not mistaken, and they really do be carrying wild weapons out there. So like it sounds like an exaggeration, but it wouldn't shock me and surprise me to find out that they, yes, in fact, do have these like arsenals amount of guns in their homes. You know what I mean? Like I would not be shocked at all to find out that they got like the Santa Claus Christmas bag full of fucking wild AKs and automatic rifles. You know what I mean? Like not shocking.
Super fun. To me, it's a 4.5 on 5. The only thing keeping it from being a 5 is maybe the production. It could be a little bit nicer to me, but the rest of this shit is just like such an adventure. And because I know we like our connections between episodes, we got another court case situation playing out here on this album.
Another court case, yes, another court case. We reviewed Lil' Kim's Notorious K.I.M. and the opening track for that album was a court case song, and then I mentioned how she had CeeLo and Redman, and then like a year later, Sticky Fingers had a whole court case, and he also had Redman on the song, and I'm like, he was definitely biting from Lil' Kim, and there's wild people who bit off Lil' Kim on that Notorious K.I.M. album. I was putting the homies onto that just this past weekend as well. Yo, I give this a 1 out of 5. My fault. This isn't the 1 out of 5. This is a 2 out of 5. I like the strings on this one, but it's not enough to carry the song, so 2 out of 5. Sonically, they just keep on missing for me. This is not the vibe for me. Like I'm not like sitting back like, yo, I gotta go back and bump any of these songs. None of these songs, but there are songs. So I'm gonna just keep it short so we can hurry up and get to, because I feel like I'm just shitting on them. You know what I mean?
No, you're respectfully. You're basically saying.
Yeah, I'm about to say it's your opinion.
Card.
It's okay.
Yo, doing it tactfully.
Lindell also, I want to like shout out the people in the comments. Lindell said, "Flacco, people believe in their gun rights in the South." Ha ha ha. That's well known. The South, Midwest, everywhere. there's gun rights.
Everywhere
The only
but
reason that
New York.
the only reason
And
no, let's be
Canada.
specific.
My
Let's
whole
be
country.
specific. New York State is wild loose with the gun laws.
Oh yeah,
It's
New York State.
City that is
Yeah.
wild strict with the gun laws. And it's because if we were loose with the gun laws, it'd be the Wild West. You do not want a bunch of people who get on the train and already have an attitude to also be open carrying. It would be crazy. You don't want that for New York. California, I think that they have stricter gun laws because they're Californian. They're super liberals as a state. You know what I mean? But even then, I'm pretty sure that there's like the overall state isn't like as restrictive as New York City is with guns. New York City as a city is very restrictive with guns. Anyway, DJ Cruz won. Sent the gift. He said, "Roll up some wet and play this album." I mean, he's been commenting for a while. He initially said Project Pata, Mosh Pit vibes. When I was talking about MOP, he said E1999 is a dope album, and then he said 40 ounce check, Afro check. I think he was talking about when we were talking about like all the check marks for like typical rapper shit back then. And then he said, "Roll up some wet and play this album." Bullseye. And then he said, "True, LOL, gun on the train is wild." It would be
wild.
Honestly,
You wouldn't.
I live in a place where you can't even get a gun for defense.
Real quick, hold it, real quick. Check it out. There's a recent situation on the train where a dude pulled out a gun and got shot with his own gun because he played too many games. New York is not, rest in peace to dude.
Crazy out here.
You know what I mean? But the truth is the truth. You know what I'm saying? And like, you do not want to be on New York City. It's just not the place to open carry. It's not, because there's already wild people that puff their chest up and have no business puffing their chest up. So if you were to have people pulling out guns, it'd turn into Wild West, and
It'd be like one of them
you don't
90s
want that.
movies.
Yeah, man. It'd be bad. It'd be bad. Anyway, yeah. Moving
super.
on.
All of this.
Yes.
Super
What do you give this
unfathomable
song?
to me?
Down
I gave
71.
it. Yeah, I gave it 3.5, maybe a 4. It was not my favorite song on the album at all. It was a dope song.
You told me you didn't like this song when you were gonna review this, that you were gonna have.
Yeah, this is the one I was gonna.
But
Yeah, let me
that's like,
talk my beef.
For that to have
That's still good.
Still a 3.5.
Nah, I'm not giving. I told you I'm not going below 2. I mean, yeah, I'm not going below 3, man. You know what I mean? Because the beat is fire. It's just not what I want to hear from them specifically, especially on this album. I felt like the way I listen to albums, I didn't feel like that song fit on the album from all the other beats and the way it was flowing in. I like the court part in the beginning, of course. Shit is mad funny. Busy Bone again. He's hilarious. But yeah, 3.5.
That's fair. Yeah, no. The next one is Mr. Bill Collector. 1 second. I'm clicking.
Them calling me Mr. Bill Collector, need a member and know he's up tonight. So they label us scandalous. And if them running off with a big cash, that's gonna have to be the pride. Gotta hit him with the fofo. Don't be fucking with my money, nigga, no. Stephen Gravy put a pump, then I kill them all. Pump slugs with blood, hit the wall. Watch the phone.
I feel like you like this one, Jesse. You should.
That was my joint. That's 5 all the way. That's 5 all the way. Mr. Bill Collector talking about how you owe that bread, he coming. Don't be fucking with my money, nigga. No. I'm telling you, Crazy was smoking everything he was getting on at this time. And this is one of them joints. And then the end of the record.
Collectively as a team were smoking everything.
Then the end of the record is hilarious. They took like a snip from I think it was Coming to America, where the landlord dude was like, "Your rent's due, motherfucker." Like, "Hey, Stu, your rent's due, motherfucker." So yeah, that was my shit right there. I really love that record.
Yeah, I was just like, why didn't First of the Month come after this? That would have been so like perfect, and it does not come after it. And it's just, I looked it up. I was like, is there a version of this? is there a version, and I could not find any version of anything where First of the Month followed this, and I'm like, but it just makes
this is not the era of versions. This is the era of like, this is how it comes out, and this is what it
this is the album. That's it.
And that's
because when we talk about Crossroad, it is absolutely the era of versions, ironically, because there is multiple versions.
That's what I was gonna talk about when we get to it. We'll get to that. Let's keep on.
Being said,
no, those. I already know where y'all going with it. I'll hold back on that as well.
I just think First of the Month after this would have been such a perfect transition, and
I agree.
wish that existed. Otherwise, I feel like this is where I felt the samesies as a person. Like, I didn't grow up with this. I've never been Mr. Bill Collector. I mean, I've been Mr. Invoice Botherer, but that's not the same thing as Mr. Bill Collector. It's just
yes, it is. It's all in perspective. Yes, it is.
I listen to these verses. I listen to these verses.
That's your bill collecting. I mean, your invoice bothering is your bill collector right there.
But I still feel like at this point,
gonna shoot you with an email if you don't pay this invoice.
Which is what we do. Yes. You might even get passive aggressive white boy shit in that.
Yep.
But
100%.
I do feel like listening to the project, no connection to it as a song beforehand. I never really heard it much. It kind of just feels samey to the other. Like, this would be like half an album's like filler at this point. This feels to me like a filler song in the context of just like listening to it, not having settled and decided which one of them I like the most in terms of verses and shit. So for me, I feel like I just really like the last one because it was so cool and unique, and then we go right back into this. So it kind of, to your point, it makes the last song kind of weird on the album because the placement is so jarring. But that being said, to me, this is more of a 3.5. It's a great song. Everybody does what they do, but to a point where I literally couldn't add any commentary because I said everything I felt on the other times I described songs that sounded like this. And the only thing that changes is the production, which it's a little slower and it's not as fun for me, but I like the joint and respect it. Like, I wouldn't skip this. I could listen to this record almost point A to B, A to Z, but it's just not my favorite one.
E71, I could skip. You know what I mean? It's depending on the mood I'm in, you know?
Yeah. Word. For me, I gave it a 2 out of 5. Mr. Bill Collector was there's little things here and there that make all these cool. The problem is the overall picture. I like the keys, though. Very Death Row-ish, the sound. Also with that weird wiggle, West Coast sound. Yeah. 2 out of 5. Moving on to Budsmokers Only.
I ain't mad at you for that one.
Budsmokers Only.
He didn't upset me with that one.
With a little bit of smoke in my throat, can't let a man high go. Go and broke my thug in the bud, and they get up on me and nail. They spit up a blunt and they roll up a blunt and they get POD. They label me killer, drug dealer, they real a nigga crazy weed.
Make some blunt, gotta have that hydro. Need me a hit of the tweet, make me drop to my knees. And I gotta get love to the green leaf, steadily spinning that cheese.
Alright, Flacco, what do you think of this one?
Yo, this is the worst one. I hate this song. This is a 1 out of 5. This is the bad version of various amazing things. That West Coast wiggle they got on this one is the worst one I've ever heard. The guitar sample is bad. The content is dated as fuck, right? Like, now that we're all smoking weed, it feels like, so what, you're smoking weed? Big fucking deal. Like, I finally feel like Holden doesn't like weed records. And I'm not gonna lie, I kind of understand him on it with this one.
But that goes back to what you say. That was the I got my weed. I got my weed record checklist.
I love Redman and Method Man's How High though. You know what I'm saying? So like I love
That's a very well-made song. Though.
I love Styles P's I get I get high. Like, I love certain weed records, but this one is not it for me. This one is like, man, you guys made me hate weed. Why'd you do that? 1 out of 5.
Damn, made you hate weed?
I wouldn't go that far, but like, yo, honestly, weed songs be like, look, there's only 200 and change ways to describe weed as a slang term. It's on a poster. We all could buy that poster. right? Like, I mean, maybe they couldn't back then, but like, there's only so many ways, and it feels like almost literally every artist in the early parts of hip hop ended up writing 15 of these songs, and like, bro, how many ways can you say blaze up a blunt, gotta have that hydro, need me a hit of the tweed, make me drop to my, like, how many ways can we all describe this shit? Was where I was at when I started listening to weed songs. There are a couple I like. Even in terms of drug songs, their ecstasy joint is crazy. Their Bone Thugs' ecstasy joint made me want to do ecstasy, to be fucking honest with you. It's very rare a song hit me like that. Like, that song just was like, what the fuck?
All
is this
good.
drug?
Wu-Tang made me want to smoke woolies. So, like, yeah, certain rappers
But
will
this
convince
song,
you of, like,
look,
man, you
I
are
guess-
so cool. You make this sound so good. I want to try.
But like, this song is like, look, as far as weed songs go, I feel like Bone Thugs is probably one of the best vibes for it from what I grew up with and shit. Getting high and floating to Bone Thugs was just the shit a whole lot of me and my peoples did, because a whole bunch of white boys I smoked weed with loved Bone Thugs back in the day. So it was one of them easiest sells in the world. We just listened to all the hits and shit, run through it, and it just made fucking sense. So I'm not actually as mad at the sound of this song, because I feel like it's all right. It's
I
definitely a
would
3
smoke
on
weed
5.
and listen to Groove Theory.
Yeah, it's definitely, this was
What?
more like,
I would smoke weed and listen to Groove Theory. I would listen to R&B.
Oh yeah. Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
valid. Yeah, so for me it's like a 3. I don't ever really care about weed songs, but as far as weed songs go, I at least make it kind of sound floaty and airy and singy, and they accomplish the goals of making a nice sounding weed song to me. But otherwise,
Yeah.
like Flacco said, there's a lot of better ones, and I don't think there's a single lyric on this song I would ever want to say out loud.
Yeah, I'm with you though. It's about a 3.5 for me. Like I disagree with Flacco. Like I like the beat, you know. It's definitely a super duper cliche song. It wasn't nothing we ran to either, you know. This is a song we'd just let play if we wasn't paying attention. Otherwise, we'd fast forward to the next track. But it wasn't the worst. I like the end of it actually when I think it's crazy and it sounds like there's a female in the studio with them and they're both harmonizing at the
drums
end.
get kind of harder, and it does pick
Yeah,
up in energy. I did take note of that. The last like minute of the song is better than the
right.
rest of the
So
song.
I like the end of the song. I do. But yeah.
Yeah. So next up, I guess we're doing The Crossroads, because apparently originally it was Crossroad, and then it was The Crossroad, and then it was both, depending on the version of your album. But I did The
There's
Crossroad.
yeah, those are two different songs. That's what people don't realize. They're two
Yeah.
completely different songs.
I
They're
like
not
both of
even
them.
like I love
Yeah,
them both. Let me tell you something. The original Crossroad, not the Crossroad, the Crossroad song.
While they even though
That
you're
was like one of those joints that yeah, that was like a pain song. Like
yeah.
you
It
listen to that
wasn't
like
that.
and when you're in one of those dark moods, you know, it was like talking about how your homie passed away and how you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that's a topic that like wasn't as prevalent back then and was more like once in a blue. Most rarely, not every group was doing it. Not every artist was doing like songs about death. It was rarer than it is now. I feel
Like
like
it's
now
super
everybody,
dark. It's super dark compared to the Crossroads.
right.
You know what I mean?
yeah. I think it was like I compared it to like, oh, there's like Biggie with One More Chance. Like the One More Chance version that is on the album is completely different than One More Chance that was on the radio. And it was darker and more hip hoppy and more street and more, you know, everything. So yeah. So which one are we hitting? Are we hitting the remix or the
I
original?
feel like The Crossroads is more the how I knew the album.
Yeah, that's the one everyone knows.
So I feel like we'll do that, but it's worth just mentioning Crossroads is originally what was printed, but then my understanding is Eazy-E passed away, so they made The Crossroads because they were like, what the fuck, and it kind of elevated, and then they reprinted the album with The Crossroads and then no Crossroads. but then the final version had both on it, so shrug. But I think the Crossroads is the one that most people would go to Spotify and play right now. So
Yes,
that's the one we're
absolutely.
gonna run for the review.
Boom, 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 boom. Tell me what you gonna do, but it ain't nowhere to run.
Where to run?
Judgment comes for you, when judgment comes for you. Tell me what you gonna do, when it ain't nowhere to hide. Judgment comes for you, 'cause it's gonna come for you.
Poof.
Yo,
All right, Flacco, run it.
5 out of 5.
I think that better be just 5s across the board.
Absolutely.
Or I'm gonna just get off. I'm getting off this stream if this is not 5 across the board.
Of course it is.
I'm just gonna
Yeah,
leave.
no, this is a 5. You can clearly always tell a hit record, and that makes me wonder what the fuck was happening in the 80s and 90s in hip hop. Like, we wanted to be counterculture because a hit is a hit is a hit is a hit, and they should have just did more of this easily.
Oh my god.
But then again, easier said than done, right? Because I think when we did the Nelly review, I was pointing out how like you could tell that like a lot of those songs came after Country Grammar and they were chasing the sound of Country Grammar, but like none of them hit like Country Grammar. You know what I mean? And they sounded like weak versions. So it's just like, you know, it's easier said than done to say, yo, just do that again and make more of that and make more hits. Because that's not what makes a hit. It's just they hit with this one, and this one was a fucking hit. 5 out of 5.
I mean, it's a perfect song. Like, there's not a lot of songs that I think are like truly perfect in what they are, and like you feel everyone's pain so much in this, but it's done in such a beautiful celebratory. Honestly, it's kind of like what Nori's doing with Drink Champs in his song right now. Like, to realize that everyone's dying, and if they don't like stop to smell the flowers and appreciate people while they're here, they will be gone. And to the point where, you know, like, is like my understanding is being a thug with them was more of a movement, you know, like, so they almost present themselves like, yo, and if you're alone out there, even the Bone Thugs got you. I'm like, you don't see a lot of that, a lot of empathy to the level that gets displayed. Plus, I mean, come on, the harmonizing is beautiful. The way they deliver stuff is so beautiful. And yo, that Grammy performance of this song is one of the nicest Grammy performances I ever saw in my life. Like, and it's because this song is one of the early rap-winning Grammy record songs too, right? Like, they can't, because it's not, the Grammys hadn't even been doing rap that long before it. So it's like
they had, you know, Will Smith passed on the Grammy, boycotted the Grammys. The Grammys were nominating hip hop, but no, this was definitely a big moment.
Yo, let me tell you, they were big already. They took off. They were through the roof once this record dropped. This was it.
This was
their record.
This is like Killing Me Softly with the Fugees. Like, this
Yeah,
set already,
this was their
already or
record.
not, like, it just blew them into the stratosphere. You know,
you could play this everywhere, and
it was all over.
Let
Let me tell you something. This was on MTV like fucking clockwork. Every fucking hour they played this.
Yes,
shit.
it was.
Like, they were playing this video over and over, and the video was with the death dude tapping fingers.
Oh, that was the best video ever. Oh my god,
amazing.
That had people terrified
for the time. Groundbreaking.
Crazy.
Yeah,
when
scary too.
I miss my Uncle Charles, y'all, and his eyes turned black. It was like, oh, it was like a serious video. That shit was crazy.
Yeah, nah, it was crazy.
Yeah,
it was crazy. But they found a way to commercialize a very taboo subject that most humans don't like to talk about. People don't like to talk about their death, and death that is definitely coming for everybody on earth, but people just don't like to talk about death. And so for them to package this up the way that they did and be so straightforward about everything, but still, like, the music is just so good, the singing is so good, the rapping is so good that people, and then the visuals are so good that people are just like, word, yo, this is my favorite song about death.
It kind of like feels like a hymn almost, right? Like, this is where like their like church singing style shit really comes to light, because I think one of the only places we are comfortable talking about death is at church and in other types of religious situations. So by packaging it like a fucking gospel song, it's just like, okay.
That's really the only time it's talked about it normally. You know what I mean? especially back then.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
time of death in church and in funerals when the pastor's schooling us or whatever.
I used to know every word of this song. I used to change the
Yeah.
voices and everything. Like I used to fucking.
So yeah, that's 5 across the board. I know that already.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Let's
I
move on
think
to the next song. Me Killa.
Me Killa.
Skit.
It was called the interlude back then.
Right.
Talking shit, I only get that ass put to rest. So nigga, come flex.
I love this so much.
Yo.
Yo, that wasn't even a song, and that joint was just dope. It goes back to what you were saying earlier, Holden, what like the ghetto kids that was singing in the street, rapping. You know what I mean? And doing that shit.
It's so good.
I see. You could envision them on the corner. You know what I'm saying? Singing that
Little
shit.
Fucking fire can burning shit. I think Cleveland's cold. I don't know. It might not be cold over there.
I think Cleveland's cold too.
It's a Midwest north enough. I think it's like parallel to like how high New York City is on the map type vibe. So it's a cold city. It's cold. It gets cold there for sure.
It's cold.
For sure.
Nah.
What do you give this?
Yeah, it's a 4.5. It's so beautiful. It's like if you're gonna do an interlude on your album, I'd rather something like this than the weird skits that made no sense to me because I didn't come from New York and it made no sense to me. This shit was like, wow, it's a little like taste of like you can almost picture them being like where they come from. It's like here's a little snapshot of how we became the Bone Thugs and Harmony and this little interlude, and then again just flipping the typical nice words you'd be singing here with like me Killa. It's just it's almost comical in its whimsy, and I like that. So for me, it's short, it's sweet, it's not too long. 4.5.
Jess?
Yeah, I mean he said it all right there, bro. Listen to me, man. You hear the air in the back where it's like kind of whistling, it's kind of like eerie, and then it's like dum dum dum. And as a DJ, I'm like, yo, can I put a beat over that shit?
Yeah, you absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yo, I give it a 4. You know what? I'll give it a 4.5 out of 5. Cause I like this shit a lot. I was like, why wasn't this a full fucking acapella track? Like, what the fuck? Who's making decisions for Bone Thugs? Couldn't be me. Let me tell you something, because I would have been in there fighting. I'd have been arguing. Me and Busy would have been getting into it. Been 2 light-skinned niggas just arguing and fighting the whole session about like what the fuck is supposed to be happening for the group. Because how the fuck is this not a full fucking track? This shit was fucking fire.
Yeah, nobody see now we appreciate things like that with long acapella sections, especially with like creative shit like that. Back then, we would have been like, yeah, we'd have been like, what's this? Like, come on, man, where's the beat?
What the fuck are they doing?
That's what everybody would have been mad about.
It's
where's
crazy.
the beat?
Where's the beat? Facts. Mind you, fire.
Yeah. I'm glad you like that. I'm really glad.
Yeah, this album picks up for me after the Crossroads. There's still like some lows, but there's mostly highs for me after the Crossroads. So let's keep going.
All right, Land.
What's up, Holden?
Yeah, no, same thing. 4.5. Yeah.
4.5. I'm sorry. I smoke a lot.
Good. It's all good. It's appropriate for a Bone Thugs review. Land of the Heartless is the next one.
Niggas don't wanna start shit.
That's so niggas can't take these. Wanna clock G's, wanna move keys. Like taking a loss on my green leaves, please. E1999, crack fights mine. Spilling on this road and healing. Prison walls, testing balls. For the cause, gotta get that ceiling. Billing, kicking the mud. Rolling up deep with my thugs, ripping apart shit. So nigga don't start shit. Cause we killing the land of the heart.
I sticks and khaki with jackets on top. There's really no place to run. Niggas get glitches with my clickers. Even the bitches carry guns. I sticks and khaki with jackets on top. There's really no place to run.
Lindell said in the comments, since we're talking about the Crossroads, rest in peace to Malcolm Jamal Warner.
Facts.
Word.
What?
Yeah, it happened today.
Oh wow!
It was
really?
Damn.
Yeah, accidental drowning, if I'm not mistaken.
What the
Really?
fuck?
Oh man,
No
God
way.
bless.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
died at 54 today,
Oh wow.
literally 1
Yeah,
hour
rest
ago,
in
bro.
peace, Mal. Well,
Unbelievable.
yeah.
Well, no, 6 hours ago,
Yeah, it happened earlier
uh,
today, but yeah, it was today.
earlier today. News broke. Wow, crazy.
Damn.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
sad.
super
Cosby Show
sad.
legend.
Oh, shout out Destiny and YouTube. She said it gets wild cold over in Cleveland. And she also said people still scared
I
of that
forgot she
video.
from
Their
Cleveland.
Crossroads. Yeah, appreciate that. Yeah,
Word.
no, so thanks for bringing that
Forgot
up,
about
Lindell.
that.
She
Yeah,
from
word up.
Cleveland? You from
Rest in
Cleveland,
peace.
Destiny? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
That's crazy. I guess we could talk about that too. Um,
Yeah.
when we do the future Dirty Sprite 10-year anniversary episode with
Thursday at noon,
Destiny Manifest, Thursday at 12 p.m. noon,
Eastern Standard Time.
Eastern Standard Time. Whose turn is it to go first?
I think Jesse could run this one.
Yo, that hook is fire. First off, I don't care what you say. That hook, the khakis, nigga, with the run. Woo! The beat. I wasn't in love with the beat, but I was in love with the song. Like the song always is fire, but it wasn't one of the crazier beats that I like.
Hmm.
So
But she's from
I give it a 4.
Columbus and has family in Cleveland.
Bing bong.
Word.
Yeah.
I give Land of the Heartless a 3 out of 5.
So yeah,
The energy felt right though. You know what I mean? Like I liked it. It's just it wasn't like other shit and the other shit that I liked after it.
Yeah.
What do you
I
give
mean,
it, Holden?
For me, it's like a 3.5. That hook, if it was just that hook, and then they made like an EDM joint out of it, I would listen to that all fucking day. Cause it's fire. If you make a DJ remixes, that would be a hard hitting one. I see it, but the verses and the overall tone of the song felt very samey again. Like, oh, we're going back to that shit we just got on the first half of the album. We did get some new shit. We got some transitions, but now it just feels like they pulled us back in this direction. And I understand that this is the general style of what they're doing, and it fits the album, and it's of the times, and everything about it makes sense for 1995. But as a listener to it in 2025, like Flacco had brought up multiple times, albums were too long back then, and that if a few songs were taken off, they would be classics. And like in the case of this album,
so many
there are
classics.
a couple of songs here that are a little samey, and I feel like it just didn't add, outside of that hook being crazy. It was like either this one could go, but one of the other ones could go, and I just feel like it wouldn't change all that much in the bigger feel of the project. That being said, it's still a 3.5. It does everything right. I like the beat ish, but like it doesn't make me like I'll never think about it again after this review type of thing. It's just all right. Yeah, that's where I'm at with it.
Yep.
So we could move on to
no shorts, no losses.
5, 5, 5, 5.
Winning for the love of money, stoking gas boots, walking jack boots, ready to bam you if we have to. Remember, but no surrender. Kill 'em and they go so deep in the coffin. Men no pretender. Leatherface taking no shorts and no losses. Come break them down. Losses, man. Come break them down. Losses, man. Come break them down.
All right.
5, 5. I'm sorry, I wasn't supposed to start. 5.
Nah,
5.
you good. Tell us
5.
why it's a 5, 5,
Everything,
5 for you.
everything about that record is dope. The boom, 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 break it down. It's really dope to drive to. I drive to that a lot. Even right now, it's on my playlist. Yeah. I don't have much to say about it. It's a bone record. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, for me,
Like, what do you
it's
want
a
me to say? He's
2.5.
lyrical. They're always lyrical.
It's a
2.5
2.5 out of 5, right? And I realized, man, Lazy Bone is incredibly talented, and I think he's my favorite out the group. I really like his rhythmic, flowy flow the most out of everybody's. Crazy is the close second. and then Busy, and then Wish and Flesh last. Maybe because I just don't know enough of his material. Yeah. I like Lazy the way he set it off, but like the track itself isn't like crazy. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I'm kind of with Flacco on it. I have a very similar feeling to the last one. I'm not. I know that you could relate it to corporate shit, but this is in the realms of like white people fantasizing in the office place world, right? So this is very real. I don't know that I'm ever gonna ride to it, considering no shorts and no loss. No, there are shorts and losses in my life, so it happens, and I just roll with the punches because the fuck am I gonna do? I don't have as many recourses. I don't even live in a place with guns like that. I mean, there are guns, but they're so rare that if you think it's bad in New York City, it's even less up here. Unless you're in the country, but that's all hunting rifles and shit. It's a whole different world. Tons of hunting rifles. Country Canada, different. Everything I'm saying, city Canada, not country Canada. That's some different shit. But yeah, I don't relate to it that deeply. It just feels like the same to me. The chorus is nice. I really like it, but like I like the last one more. What I did find noteworthy was how Crazy Bone just rapped the chorus that he brought up on Crept and We Came. He just rapped the chorus in the middle of his verse. And I'm like, yo, the amount of times...
He rapped 2 choruses.
But the amount of times we make fun of fucking rappers later on for reusing their shit, but then when you go back to the 90s, it's like, bro, it wasn't exactly what y'all were talking about. As a person, let's say, who's doing the Googles, that's my whole experience, is the Googles version of this, the doing the research. Like, yo, there's some honestly more versatile shit in some of the pop melodic rap that gets fucking hated than in some of the 90s rap. Even on this album, like, they like have their favorite patterns, their favorite ways to rap about shooting people. And while I would love to listen to it all day, and maybe not all day, but I really love Bone Thugs, I have to be honest and be like, a song like this is just proof to the pudding that it's a lot of the same on this project. There is other topics, but I'm hitting this at a 3.5. It's as good as all the other songs that are exactly like this, but I'd hit or miss on the day if I'd still be listening to this one, especially with what the fuck comes next, right? Because when you think about an album, placement is so much, and sometimes a song just outshines what comes before and what comes after it. And the next song is one of those songs. First of the month.
You can go into it a little bit.
I just like the alarm clock and everything, bro.
That's
it's just such a...
Yeah. Wake up, get
That's an incredible song.
I don't know what I'm about to say. I don't know what we're gonna talk about on this. How great the song is. It's listen.
This is a great song.
Listen, speaking on Wishbone, this is one of the super fire better Wishbone verses.
Yeah.
Gotta go, I gotta get mine. When I do nine, gotta find them dozen. He killed that, and he was the last verse on that. He smoked
Absolutely.
that.
Yeah. It is just, it's a cool song all around. Like, and also the concept is a little bit different, right? It is still kind of a drug dealer anthem, but you know, I don't know how many people wrote songs about the welfare check just came in, let's celebrate the first of the month. It might have been a topic that's done to death.
In New York, the rappers were on some like, yo, I'm on, like I'm the man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got a record deal now. Everything's good.
I can't talk about food stamps. You kidding me?
Can't talk about food stamps.
Getting all this money. I'm getting all this money.
But yeah, this shit.
So yeah, he's right about that.
One of the most relatable choruses, because the rest of the song, fine. I've never had to toss my yayo when the police is coming to avoid getting arrested. It's never happened for me. But I do know what it's like to wake up, have that extra money, and be like, I'm gonna go buy an ounce today because I don't know if I'm gonna smoke the rest of the month. I don't think I've ever related to anything on this album more than this fucking song, and it just connects. Like, there's a lot of parts that don't, but the general vibe and feeling, if you ever come from some welfare shit, you know what the fuck it is. Like, when I was a kid, that was when we ordered food, bro. That's food ordering day. First of the month, shit. Beautiful week. Then the rest of
From
it
the first to
is
the
like you count
15th.
fucking pens. Love it. This is
From
a
the
great song.
first to the 15th.
Absolute
It's still
five.
like that today. Don't get it twisted. It's still like that today. Everything is just digital now. There's no more food stamps. But
Right.
it's still from the first to the 15th out here,
There's no more
man.
little booklet.
Oh yeah.
Beautiful song. Amazing celebration. And it's so
5 out of 5
positive
for
and
you too,
happy.
Jesse.
Yeah, like you gotta ask
Yeah.
at this point.
I'm
You
not
shouldn't
gonna
ask
assume.
me that. You should assume. You should assume. Not you, ho. I'm talking to this Bone Thug hater.
Damn. Well, I got a few Bone Thug hater.
No, you came back. You came back. You made me happy.
No,
You was hurting my
come on,
feelings, and the first couple of songs, he was hurting my feelings. I'm like, really? Like, oh my Lord.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's a
But I'm
great
not
song.
surprised. Like Holden said, though, I'm actually not surprised. I could see it. Bone Thug. See, let me tell you something about Bone Thug in New York. That was a special cup of tea. You know what I mean? Not everybody didn't listen to Bone
Not
Thug.
everybody fucked
There
with
was a
Bone Thug.
select few of people that listened to Bone Thug. I was
And
a part of that select few.
I fucked with music outside of New York. Like, it wasn't like I was one of the typical New Yorkers that only listened to New York. I fucked with wild West Coast dudes.
Yeah, we listened to the West Coast. We
And I
listened to
listened to a lot of
bunch of
Southern
Cash
cats.
Money,
Right.
Master P, early stuff.
When we were doing this the review on Nelly's Country Grammar, I was telling Holden how New York had already, and then even before the people that came in before Nelly, we were up on Ghetto Boys early. We fucked with 8-Ball and MJG. We fucked with, like, New York fucked with the South always. And they fucked with, there was a lot of people that did fuck with the Midwest. It's just they, for
Let
some
me tell you
reason,
something.
Bone
I heard
Thugs
Trick
didn't connect
Daddy.
as much with the city
I
like
heard
that, I
Trick Daddy
feel.
back in Florida. I went to Florida, and that's when I discovered who Trick Daddy was back in like '98.
I promoted www.thug.com or whatever that album was called.
Oh wow.
And we loved, like, fucking that album. We played that album on tour with Brian McKnight, like, over and over. That was one of the albums that we were playing on that tour in the van instead of Brian McKnight.
And
People
look,
would
because
think,
for us, that's how we learned about a lot of these South artists. Like it's either like one of our friends had family that lived in like North Carolina and some shit, and he went out
mm-hmm,
there for the summer and came back with this tape of just this fire, like, oh. And look, MJ, that's how I heard 8-Ball of MJG. My boy came back from California with Spice One. We ain't know what the hell
word,
no Spice One was.
right, right.
You
Yeah,
know what I'm
Destiny
saying?
is saying that she can't even. I can't even describe the words to describe what Bone meant to Ohio at that time.
Yeah. I mean,
I believe it.
they were
I believe it.
the first real thing out of the state and city. You know what I mean? And that's one of those things where, like, you know, they were the first to make it big. Like, what I often make fun of Boston, right? Because fuck Boston. You know what I mean?
Boston.
Shouts out to anybody
Boston.
from Boston. I want you to know that I'm a typical New Yorker and I hate you just because you're from Boston. We can be friends, but I hate you. I hate where you're from. You hate where I'm from. It's okay. We got a mutual hatred for our homes. And Boston doesn't have no rappers. They got fucking Marky Mark. That's all that they got. You know what I'm saying? And, like, for people, like, when they think about Ohio, still to this day, a lot of people would automatically go to Bone Thugs. And Bone Thugs are, like, heroes of Ohio and Cleveland. So, yeah,
Isn't
makes
MGK
perfect sense.
from there?
Yeah, MGK is from there.
I was like, I remember the Bone Thugs did that song with
the
MGK
Ripper,
to like
Chip the
co-sign
Ripper's
him at
from
one
there.
point.
I forgot what homie's name is. Ray something. One of the old.
Yeah, Fair enough.
Cleveland rappers. Kid Cudi's from there also. That's who's like the biggest thing out of Ohio since Bone Thugs and Harmony. Charles Hamilton apparently is from fucking Cleveland. That's crazy.
Really?
Yeah.
Not surprised.
The Baby is originally from Cleveland. King Chip. Ray Cash is homie's name. Ray Cash.
Right.
Let me see if Ohio has any more known
Apparently
rappers.
Bow Wow.
Okay, Trippie Redd and Bow Wow are from Ohio.
Oh yeah, Bow
right?
Wow's from Columbus. That's right.
That Bow Wow is from Columbus, right? High Tech is from Columbus. Stolly.
Okay,
Lotto
they
is
got some
originally
hitters.
from Ohio. They got some hitters. Camel Toe is from Ohio. Copyright is from Ohio. White rappers. Stand Up. Slim Jesus is from Ohio. Cat Williams and Plies and Raz B are also all from Ohio.
Nice.
Oh, Tash from the Alcoholics is originally from Ohio. I didn't know that. Tash is one of the, I always tell people from dealing with the music industry in the 90s that Tash is one of the coolest. The way that people revere and look at Snoop Dogg is the way I feel about Tash in real life. I know for a fact from meeting him so many times that is one of the coolest fucking dudes from that era. Shouts to Tash. When I did my first interview with Holden, before we even started doing interviews together and interviewing the homies, I shouted out Tash, and then I clipped that video and posted it to Instagram, and Tash liked it. Tash commented. Tash remembered me. Like, he literally is just a cool motherfucker, bro. Like, just a cool dude. Yeah. Word. Shouts to Ohio, but definitely Bone Thugs is like fucking Mount Rushmore for them. Definitely
That's
like
the
their
catapult.
goat. That's their goats. That's their, you know, that's their Jay-Z's, their Rakim, their
Facts.
fucking top of the line. Everybody
It's
else
definitely
comes after
my
them.
first thought. That and that TV show. I don't remember the Drew Carey show. I think was from Ohio, but I could be wrong about that. Anyway.
Oh yeah,
I think
Drew
of the
Carey,
Cleveland show.
Ohio.
Yeah, that's the other thing I think of when I think of Ohio. But if it counts for anyone in Ohio, I'm in Canada, and outside of like 5 states, I don't know where you are on the map blindly. It's tough. It's tough.
There's wild
anyway.
other people from Ohio. MC Brains,
Yeah.
Jack
Oh,
Cuddy,
wow.
the Motormouth, Roscoe, K Suave. Yeah, there's wild people from out there.
So the
Oh,
next
boy.
song though is definitely my least favorite song on the entire album, Buddah Lovas.
Lindell said Logic is from Ohio. Steve Harvey is from Ohio.
Reaper really makes me happy.
Nah, this is fire, Holden.
Bro, this is
Yo,
like
I'm
the
gonna go
girl
first.
song.
I'm going
Okay, go for
first.
it.
Shut your goddamn fucking mouth. Let me tell you something. This is a goddamn 4.5 out of 5. It's almost
Oh my
fucking
God,
perfect.
what?
This is what I would have been pushing.
I can
them
see
to
him
do
liking this song
for
a
the
lot.
majority
Yes.
of the album. If I was their A&R manager, matter of fact, if I was just their friend, I would be in the studio sessions like, do more of this. Why are you not doing more of this? Get on the rhythmic shit. Get on some singing shit. Get on some soulful samples. Like, what? Why are we doing this dark shit? Why are you guys so dark? Chill out. Get on some R&B shit, papi. Like, get the bitches wet. You know what I'm saying? Get the bitches in here vibing. Like, y'all killing the vibe with all this, you know what I mean? Dark, eerie shit, bro. Like, bring the vibe up. This is vibe up type shit. 4.5 out of 5.
Oh my God.
This is what I'd be having Bone Thugs doing if I was the leader of their movement. I would be in there like, nah, man, go in there and do more of this. Get rid of all that other shit at the beginning. The first 6 tracks, gone from the album. It would start at the Crossroads, and then it'd be like at least 3 or 4 more of these. Are you kidding me? This is fire.
Oh man, I don't know. I mean, fine. Listen. We already know I don't like weed songs, but this is the girl song and it's the weed song. But instead of being a love song to girls, it's a love song to weed. So it's just like jack the fuck up for me. It's just listen.
That's beautiful music.
I actually agree with the rest of your criticisms about the sound. There is a lot of redeeming qualities to the way this is produced, and it really showcases them as singers, and it's really nice. But I just can't be listening to a bunch of grown-ass men. I'm 37 and shit. I don't want to listen to a bunch of grown-ass men singing love songs to weed. Like, I'm just not at that place in my life.
You're crazy, man.
That's just me.
This shit hit.
I don't listen to no weed songs, really. I can't think of a single
I know.
weed song on my playlist.
Holden doesn't like weed songs.
The fuck is this?
I also mentioned to Hot this weekend the other thing that you don't like, which is crew tracks. Because we were talking about so many crew tracks, and I told him Holden don't like crew tracks. And he was like, "What?" I was like, "He's white, bro. He just doesn't get it. He doesn't.
You don't
get
like
it.
crew tracks?
Not the biggest fan. I don't get it. Like, I like a lot more song structures. Like, I mean, I'm like, my introduction to music is more like DMX, Eminem, Linkin Park, this type of shit, right? And so that's where I get into it all. This whole crew track is a cultural thing that I had to learn why it even existed in the first place, because I didn't get it. I'm just like, bro, they just keep rapping. And a lot of the times, it's the middest rhymes on the album. On a lot of these, because in my
what
opinion,
is wrong with you?
I'm a white boy from Montreal. That's my best defense, bro.
Anytime there's something wrong with him, he's white. He's white.
Listen,
No, you
listen,
gotta
man.
add to the Montreal part, right? Because it's not for all white people. There's a whole bunch of white people that also don't like my opinion here. Is where I come from. Like, it's also my preferences. Like I said earlier, the way the delivery has always impressed me more than the lyrics and the bars.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure that like there's other people in Montreal. Merker is probably sitting there like fucking chomping at the bit. Like, what are you talking about? I love R&B.
Bro,
I
most
love
of these
crew
guys
tracks.
don't like
I love fucking.
A lot of the guys in my local scene, because they're not like, I'm not inspired by the same shit they are. A lot of people don't like what I do, just because I'm like more into this like flow driven, honestly rock lyric-y shit. Like, I'm on some different energy because of what I grew up listening to, and it was a lot more of stuff that didn't come from New York, whereas Montreal is very into New York as a hip-hop scene, like especially the older guys obsessed with boom bap. I don't really listen to a lot of it, but I'll listen to Bone Thugs any day. I'll listen to even 3 6 Mafia. Yo, Tear the Club Up is one of my wake up in the morning songs sometimes. Like, I like to get up to that. Like, give me that kind of energy. I don't need it to be the most succinctly clever shit, but I also don't want to listen to grown men rap love songs to weed. I just also don't. There's a million songs in the world. I'd rather listen to Landslide by fucking Fleetwood Mac than listen to a bunch of men singing love songs to weed.
By Fleetwood Mac. You missed that episode, Jess. Yo, you got to sample Landslide, bro. I need you to sample Landslide. Nobody in hip-hop has ever sampled Landslide, apparently, which is like a super white hit, but like, it is a banger.
It is a banger.
I'll send you the link to it.
But yeah, 2 out of 5. 2 on 5. It has a lot of redeeming qualities. Not for me.
2 out of 5. What do you say, Jess?
It's a solid 3 for me. Again, you know I'm not going below.
What?
Again, you know I'm not going below 3 with my guys. No, this is. Let me tell you something. This is another one of those. But you know that I already knew this was gonna happen. Like, why would you like this song that much? I like it, but it's like this is almost what they call these things. This is almost like a novelty record to me. That one song, like Reefer really makes. Like, the fuck out of here, bro. I want to hear some fucking lyrics. I want to hear some. You know what I mean? Could get back to that, me Killa, bum to the bum bum bum. I want to get back to that. You know what I'm saying? So it's a solid 3 for me.
I want the ladies.
Not like it was trash. It wasn't trash. Reaper really makes me happy. Nah, though. I don't.
What do you
like? Me thinking about, especially back then. That's like, nah, bro. Like, we don't want to hear this. Fast forward that shit, bro. Get to the next song. So,
I agree.
Yeah,
I'm with him. I'm just willing to go below 3.
Fucking sausage party having.
Yeah, I'm not going below. I'm not going below 3 with Bone Thugs.
That's super
Sorry.
valid.
Listen,
Listen,
they can fight me.
I agreed with your listen, Flacco. I think if it was just about fucking bitches or something, this is the oh shit.
It might have been a hit, right? I agree.
But it's about the subject matter where I just can't get past it, bro. It's the silliest shit ever. It's like
The weed part about it is what made it the novelty to me. You know what I mean?
right?
Like
And I guess it's
really
creative.
makes me
You could
like,
even
nah, I'm
argue it's clever and original and all that shit, but nah, not for me. And it's fucking nearly 5 minutes of this shit. Nearly 5
Loved it.
minutes of it. Anyway, the next one is
swish.
All right, die.
Die.
Yo, this joint, yeah.
But I believe we living like soldiers. We living in thugs, the shit. So nigga just throw your pumps in the air. Throw your pump up with one and they got fun like that. Just don't care. You don't wanna fuck with. You don't wanna buck with a real nigga.
with a real
But take my
nigga.
manga, scripture, killer, cabbage filler. Fuck with the rooster. Never one with a gun, come get some. Since let's kill her. Fifth dog at punch, still come get dumb. Follow the bone, one nigga strong. Leave him alone, shit to be on. Quit living when you don't. And nigga been taking the wrong, so go. This nigga just.
That's much better.
Yeah, that's tough.
Who's
That's
going
super
first?
tough right there.
Much better.
That's more stuff. I'll go first. That's more story. I'll give that a 4.5. That straight story. That beat is super tough. I like the in-betweens with the crickets like in the background, like they fucking sneaking or some shit. I always like when they do that with records. I think it's fucking clever as fuck. I like that type of shit now to this day when people do things like that on records. So yeah, 4.5 for Jesse.
4.5. Holden?
Yeah, I'm on a 4 on this one. I like it a lot. While it is still kind of feeling samey in terms of content, it's faster and it's more intricate in the flows, and it's more like appealing to me in my musical proclivities of liking fast, trippity rippity rap. And it is so good at that on this one. Like, this is some of the nicest flows you're gonna get on this album. In terms of like, when I started rapping, it used to be a challenge to rap every fast verse I could find and memorize that shit. It is exactly the type of shit I would have done when I was like in my 20s still. Inevitably, I grew out of that. But for a long time, and it's partly why I really like Bone Thugs, because like there are some of the best training you could do is to memorize Bone Thug songs and be able to articulate it at the same speeds they can. And this is one of them joints where I didn't, but had I found it back then, I would have memorized every motherfucking word. Certain words I don't say, but the rest of the words I would spit that shit. and
Yep.
it would have just been like, I would have got it to a point where I could have just almost doppelgangered it as much as I could replicate their voices at the time. Like, and that's how I feel. Like, it's cool, it's nice. I don't know if it's even that good or not, but it appeals to that part of me that wants to get better at flow. And the beat's cool. Like, this beat is just cool. Like, it stands out. It's not like a lot of like, the other ones. So I like it a lot.
It does.
4 on 5. All right.
I give it a 4.5 out of 5. That rising sound gave this a rush aspect and it made it fire. I'm shocked this hasn't been used in movies before. This is a driving scene in a movie waiting to happen. This is like a heist movie. They could have easily used this in fucking Reservoir Dogs when they're in the car. Drive, Baby Driver. That movie when this kid is fucking got the headphones in and driving with the headphones in. This just, the rising sound, like if you hear it, it just keeps on feeling like it's rising, and like it's rushing, and it I don't know, whatever that sound is crack. It's fire. I love it. 4.5 out of 5. This is the fucking Bone Thugs that I'm fucking with for sure. I did not like the first half of this album. The second half comes on super strong, and I'm loving like a vast majority of all of it.
Dope. So yeah, the next one, we get hit with our next interlude, Mr. Ouija 2.
Mr. Ouija, could you please tell me my future? Will I die of murder? Will I die of bloody murder? Come again, dear Mr. Ouija, could you please tell me my...
Go
What do you
first,
think?
Toby.
Oh, I like this one too. It's kind of like the other interlude. It's got that cool like
Yes.
eeriness, but it's like it builds on it now, right? Because the last one was just simple snappings and shit. And then also you have to keep in mind that it is really an intro to the following song. And so the gun sounds loading up and the way that the fucking eerie wind in the background adds this ambiance, what they're singing about, you know, basically we about to commit Murda. And it's such a good little interlude. It's like, wow, this is where I think honestly they shine some of the most on this album, is the two interludes that aren't even the songs. For me it's another 4 because it isn't necessarily a full song, but it really is a shining good introduction. And if it was attached to the next song and you couldn't skip it, I wouldn't be mad. Normally I'd be mad. I like having the choice, but I wouldn't be mad in this case because I feel like it's just great to listen to them back to back.
I would have liked for this and the other interlude to have been put together and made one song, and then just put this before Murda with both me, Killa, and Mr. Ouija 2 together, and that would have made it a 5 out of 5. It's a 4 out of 5 for me. I love this. This shit is fire. Again, the second half of this album is definitely where I'm like, okay, I fuck with this shit. I fuck with this heavy. Jess?
Yeah, this is a 5 along with the next record, because for me it's all one record. This and the next song is just one big thing. What I would say is Mr. Ouija Part 1 on the previous album is bananas to me. This one, you know what I mean?
Word.
This one is like the evolution. Yeah, this is like the evolution of that. So if you go back and hear the first one when you get a chance, you'll see. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Because there's a Mr. Ouija Part 1 on on the Thuggish Ruggish album.
Thuggish Ruggish, yeah.
But yeah, no.
So yeah, 5. Straight 5.
All right, so the next one is Murda.
Niggas who think we play, nigga be deadly with the gun, machete be dip, then bum, running with the guns that he bucket, leaving them bodies stumped off in the alley for dead. I'm here, kill 'em all, murder, that's what Ouija said. Gotta put one in your head, bang, we coming to serve ya, murder.
Oof.
Yo, I'm going first. This is a 5 out of fucking 5. This shit is so fucking fire. This is a fucking hit. I don't know how this was not on New York City radio. This shit is super duper fire. Like, again, I would be in there like Crossroads, first of the month, clearly the hits. Get this E1999 shit the fuck out of here. I don't know why we're fucking making this a single. We don't have to make the title track for the album a single. Don't make that a single. Get rid of the first 6 tracks from the album. Give me some more singing to the girl shit, and give me some more Murda shit like this. And put fucking first of the month, and then put the interludes together, and the Crossroads, and you compact it more, make it 10 songs. This album is better than Illmatic if you turn it into 10 songs and you do all that. But as it is right now, it's like, there's so many things that I don't like at the beginning that is just like, fuck, bro. But then there's so many things that I love after the Crossroads that is just like, bro, damn, I wish I was there so I could have been fighting with Busy Bone, because clearly Busy Bone is the one that you got to fight with for everything.
Yo, he smoked his verse.
If he sees this, nothing against you, bro, but I just would imagine that it's that you that I have to fight, and those would be the things that I'd be fighting for. Shortening the album, more singing, more Murda, put together the 2 skits, make it 1 track, and get rid of the first few songs, and definitely East 1999 doesn't need to be a single. Yeah, that's what I would have said to fucking make this. But I think that it would have been a classic on par with Illmatic with that, like with those changes.
Man, yeah, all I know is when I went back to look at the album, I had hearted 2 songs that from like back in like, I don't know, 2018 or whenever we did our review, which if you watch, it's a very different review, and you won't like me. That's all right. I own my past. but I hearted the fuck out of this song, and I think this is my favorite song off this album. Everything about the beat, the way it builds up, the way that they rap, their flows, it's like, it's everything that's samey on the other songs, but done perfectly so good here that it makes something like E1999 not hit as hard. And like Flacco, I'm very fucking confused how this is not the biggest joint on this project. Okay, Crossroads, fine. Okay, fine.
Nah, yeah, Crossroads.
Okay, fine.
But
outside of
this
Crossroads,
belongs
this
up
to me
there.
is better
This-
than First of the Month. Like, to me, I would listen. This is like, just the beat gets me so energized.
Just as good. Just as good.
Everything.
They're all. Those are all fives. This is a
But like,
five.
I would
Crossroads
listen
is
to
a five.
this
First
one
of the month
any
is a
day of
five.
the week.
And then if you were to put those
This song,
acapellas
like,
together, that's a five.
It almost feels
and then
like this song could have come out today,
Buddha
and
Smokers
you wouldn't
Only,
have known.
again, to me, is a five. I give it a 4.5, but it's
sure.
a five. You know what I mean?
Listen, I feel like unlike the rest of the songs, this one doesn't sound like it came out in 1995. This song, you can't tell when it came out. It is just a really cool, fucking almost eternal sounding song in a way where the rest of them, I don't know if they sampled that game again, because I know they sampled that game Eternal a bunch on this album, but it has like that kind of vibe on it. I think it's just mixed so perfectly. I think the lyrics are incredible. I don't know, like this is to me the most shining example of what Bone can bring to the table for that sound they were looking for on this project, outside of the obvious hits for First of the Month and things. But yeah, it's my favorite one. This is the one that I get the most excited that when it comes on every single time. Like when I hear Mr. Ouija 2, it's like I know it's coming. I know that beat shift is gonna come. I'm just like, it literally has like a body reaction to it. It hits me so hard. Yeah, even though and it's one of them songs where when you in the office place and you hate your coworkers, this shit hits the spot, bro. Hits the spot. Anyway, great song.
Jess?
Yo, straight. I mean, you already know it's a five. That beat is retarded. I remember trying to make beats like that, thinking of that beat in my head. Like I want to make something like this beat. That beat was stupid. That was like they weren't doing the chopped and screwed hooks like that yet. So this was dope. Like chopped and screw hooks weren't that famous yet. You know what I mean?
It wasn't
like
super popular.
It wasn't where everyone was using it. Like we had that era. So that was lit. Crazy killed it, Busy killed it. They all killed it. All their verses was fire. But Busy verse was just whoa. He smoked this record. Like this was one of those ones where he was like, yeah, you could tell he liked this record a lot and was like, he penned that one, you know?
He was like, I'm gonna smoke everybody's boots on this one.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be damned.
Yeah.
And it was again, and that's another one of those records that make me think about my man Flung with the damn Panasonic radio playing this coming down the street, like rewinding the tape, playing the song again, rewinding the tape, playing the song again.
You know, I want to note that Unique produced everything on here, but Tony C was on particular tracks that I really liked a lot. You know what I mean? Tony C did Buddah Lovas. He did This Murda with him. He did Crossroads. He did Mr. Bill Collector, which you loved a lot, Jess. He did E1999. So Tony C clearly had like a hand in some of the best sounds on this project. And then the Mr. Ouija 2 skit was Bone and Unique. Yeah, man. Word.
Yeah, Unique was that guy, man. I keep trying to tell people like that's the Bone sound. Like that's, you know what I mean, that's what got them where they was at. Sure. That DJ Unique sound. That got them where they at, man.
For sure.
All right. So that leaves us
last track.
Shotz to the double Glock.
Pop to the double shot.
Hardcore bitch, standless niggas dwelling the glare, be serving them chops. We ripping them guts with buckshots. Pop me, give it up, shot. We running the stock style, crazy, lazy, busy, flesh with them wicked now. We straight up the Glock. Run up, get your wig split now. He's 99, follow me down the strippers, we fuck on the dark side. But I got your pop, niggas be tripping the.
Yeah, I just listen. I just wish the album had ended on Murda and this shit had come earlier in the album. Cause like after Mo Murda,
Yes, agreed.
like this
It's
song
hard
is just
to follow up.
like, but
after
also
Mo
Mo Murda just has such a finality to the sound, like from a
Yes,
curation point of
also.
view, it is a closer with Mr.
It's a
Ouija
closer,
building
for
up.
sure.
And then I
Yeah.
don't know who told them Shotz to the double Glock is the perfect closer.
Nah,
but
this is one time that I will say that the fucking crew track didn't have to be a part of the album, or it just belongs somewhere else, because I like this. Go ahead, my fault, Holden. What do you give
Anyway,
the record?
look, the song is actually very good. I like
It
it a
is not
lot.
bad. Yeah.
I gave it a 4. I enjoyed listening to it.
Four.
I think it does everything that's cool, and like it's fun to have it out there, and it hits harder than some of the earlier songs to me. And if like this had been on the first half, I think I would have fucked with it, because let's be real, the crew track on a Bone Thug album is gonna come with that flow that even the generic version I'ma fuck with. So even if it's not exactly the Bones, I'll listen to the Little Bones and all the other parts of their crew, and they're generally gonna hit the same way, because I like it a lot, and I like the sound of the beat, and I think the chorus is really cool. Like I think the vibe is really good. It's just, why is this the last song? I'm so confused by that
Yeah,
decision.
it didn't belong there. I would say that for me, it's a 3.5 out of 5. It feels like it could have been something better. This is the better part of their sound that I like. Again, I would have replaced the beginning tracks and put this somewhere earlier, like you said. Not first, but like this is like a third or fourth type of track to me. You know what I mean? Yeah. Jess?
I give it like a solid 3, man. Like this wasn't shit. Yeah, it shouldn't have been there. I wasn't crazy about the beat. I really didn't care for whoever else was rapping on it that wasn't Bone, especially
You
at
didn't
that
care for
time. It
Mo
was just
Thugs?
like I did not care for Mo Thugs at all. I was not even tuned into none of them. I did not like that era. I'm gonna keep it 100 right now before we even get over with. After Art of War, like my decline of being a fan started. You know what I mean? That was the
Very,
beginning of the
Right.
end for me.
it's very
After Art of
understandable.
War, that was the beginning of the end for me as a fan. You know what I mean? It's not even that I stopped being a fan. I stopped listening to them after Art of War. Like I don't even
Word.
know that album you spoke of.
Yeah, I'm like, it's very pop, and it has a lot of mainstream features, because at that point,
Yeah, then they came out with like what
'cause,
was
like,
it? If
Busy
I
was-
could teach the world. After all that, I was like, yeah, I'm not listening to that.
Nah, because they had a lot of internal disputes. Flesh was back in jail. Busy was like, if you're not paying me what I want to get paid, I'm not going to be part of the group. And well, Wish, Lazy and Crazy seem to be really loyal to their fans in a way that they will continue to press on. And then they've even done that duo thing where like they had that album, had fucking Jonathan Davis from Korn on that shit, and I'm like, that's crazy that Jonathan Davis from Korn is singing backups on a Bone Thug song. I'm all for this type of thing. It is very, I think Bone Thugs knows that their fan base has a lot of white boys in it. I think they're really aware
yeah.
of it. And
Oh,
they
yeah.
lean into it.
They're
All-
worldwide. They are
all-
worldwide, absolutely.
All popular groups.
Bone-
You know what I mean?
Bone Thugs is
have-
absolutely a worldwide group. Sorry, Dutch.
No, I'm just saying, all, like you go for years, we talk about how like you go to a Wu-Tang show and there's wild white people there. You go to a Tribe Called Quest show with the Dashiki Nerve rap and there's wild white people there. You go to any of these shows with anybody popular and white people are like part of the catapult into mainstream success for all groups in America, all rap groups in America. You know what I mean? So that's not, I think what you're saying is that they're very well aware and they don't mind catering to it.
Yeah, like I think that they honestly would just rather keep making music for the rest of their lives, even if it's.
I mean, look,
as
they have an album that's about to come out, I believe. So
And you know what? Like I know people. Whereas, like I'm not gonna pretend like I'm a diehard fan of anyone these days because I'm caught up in my own shit. But I know people that are diehard Bone Thugs. Like once upon a time, somebody challenged me to learn "Handle the Vibe." and like that would have been the pinnacle of proving myself to them. And I had to memorize Handle the Vibe. Had to is a strong term, but I like the challenge. It took a very long time, but if you put the words in front of my face, I can spit most of that track if I could read the words. I don't have it no memorized, but like, yo, there's like so much good in Bone. But then like, you know,
I mean, they just finished dropping Bone Thugs album last year, July 15th, 2024.
Yeah. And then they have like side projects. Like there's just so much ways that they produce so much music.
It's a live album, live from California.
I believe it's like Busy and Lazy at one point, or a duo. Like there's just so many iterations of Bone that you can get. Like they have so much music out there, and if you really like it, it's cool because you'll find almost every style of music at this point. Like they're versatile. Like I don't think that they're like clinging to anything. They just like making music, and I really like that about them, and I like it when they get along. That makes me happy. Like,
Busy had a solo that was okay. Do you remember that?
Personally, nah.
Like I think it was right when he came out of jail. Like this was a few years back.
Nah,
When Thugs Cry. When Thugs Cry. Busy Bone.
Oh, I remember When Thugs Cry.
I'm gonna check.
It was a dope song.
Hold on, let me see.
But yeah, I might have heard it.
Yeah, check that out when you got a chance.
Wow,
Yeah.
busy stayed super busy. Like he's
Yeah,
got
Busy.
like a super huge discography of albums.
Yeah, and I got a lot of respect for them as artists. That's like I like it when they like each other because I like them together, but independently, I think Crazy Bones' work ethic is crazy. Lazy Bones' work ethic is crazy.
Crazy
Bones' work ethic is
also
crazy.
has wild albums, and
I'm like, this is
Lazy
like,
also
and
has
when you, like,
wild albums.
Sometimes when you like,
Well,
think
apparently
about,
Busy's the one that stayed the busiest. Like he's got
Busy.
wild fucking
My
albums,
understanding
bro.
is Busy about a bag.
Like,
Busy
what?
about a bag in a way that people accuse Snoop Dogg about being about a bag, and I'm not mad at him for it. Like he gets paid.
He got an album in
He
98,
figured out
2001,
he
2004.
could make money.
In
I think he
2004,
was
he
indie
dropped
for a while
2
because
albums.
he hated the label shit. That's why he wasn't on the Art of War
2005.
cover and shit.
In 2006, he dropped 4 albums, bro. Fucking Thug's Revenge, The Story, Midwest Cowboy, and Evolution of Elevation.
Yeah.
2007,
Didn't listen to all of
2008,
that.
2008, he dropped 2 albums. 2010, 2014,
'Cause at that point,
2019,
he's not with Bone
2020,
and they're
2021, 2022, 2023, and
beefing.
2024.
And
So
during
like
that other period, he was back with Bone, dropping albums with Bone. So like he stayed busy. Like the parts where he didn't drop solo shit, guarantee you, there's Bone projects he's on the whole time through every year or
see
two
this
because
1,
they keep
2,
dropping.
3, 4,
Busy's busy.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Damn, busy.
That sound
Busy's-
good. That sound good, but in my opinion, at the end of the day, how they say it, one man is never better than the group.
Nah.
Like the group is
Word.
always gonna be there's nothing that's ever gonna top that. Like
Yeah.
you know what I mean? The
Yeah.
group is the group. I don't care
But,
how many albums you
Fans
drop.
did not like the
Well,
album that came out when the 5 of them got back together in like 2010 or 11. Like Flesh had just got out of
Crazy
jail,
and
Busy
Lazy,
had settled the
Crazy
beef.
and Lazy have
Fans
the
did not like
most.
that
Yeah,
album.
they probably wasn't even in tune with each other.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
everybody's living their life, doing their own thing. Like, oh yeah, let's try to come back and record. They probably recording from whatever location they're at. They probably wasn't even in the studio together, man. Like,
Lazy
you know what I mean?
Bone
Sorry to
had
say
the
it that way.
most.
Yeah, it
Lazy
is.
Bone had the most collaboration albums with Bone Brothers, which I believe is him and Lazy. 2 light-skinned niggas. Light-skinning together.
Honestly,
Lazy
they're
Lazy and Busy
That
Bone.
sound
That's the one that
crazy
had
though,
the
Bone
Jonathan
Brothers.
Davis project. That's the one that had the Jonathan
That
Davis
sound-
feature on it. Yo, honestly, I listened to one of those projects because it was during when I was doing the reviews. And high key, there's a couple of songs I really fucking like off that shit that I really like would listen to this
There's
day.
like
And like if
There's
you
like
listen to Bone
4
projects, you'll
Bone Brothers
find
albums.
fucking songs within their catalogs. Like you're not gonna, they're not. I don't really think they're gonna drop a classic album again like that because I don't know if.
Oh
That's
no,
really,
it's just over.
but I think that if
It's
you
a-
listen to every,
I still want to
project,
hear something though.
you're gonna hear a 1-2 song that's worth adding to your catalog because when they hit, and I think they're at a without sounding rude, a bit of a throw shit at the wall point in their music career where they don't care and they're just having fun with it. And I like that for them. I want them to just have fun, throw shit at the wall, and give us weird new shit that we could love. And then maybe some of it's mid. Maybe they shouldn't have beef with Migos. I don't know. But, like, this
Word,
I
they
don't know.
definitely shouldn't have. They, like, they got 4 Bone. So Busy and Lazy got 4 Bone Brothers albums. Bone Brothers 2, Bone Brothers 3, and then still
Hey,
creeping on the come up.
yo.
Hey yo. Also, Lazy Bone has a collaboration album with Young Noble called Thug Brothers.
Rest in
He's
peace,
got a
Young
Rest
Noble.
in peace. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Young Noble. He got a collaboration album with AK called Finally, and with Big Sloan called Thug Twins. And then he's got a collaboration album with HC the Chemist called Eyes on the Prize. Yeah, they've all stayed wild busy. Listen, for me,
That's good. That's good.
I give this
And they do
I give this
content
album
shit. Like, they're not afraid of the internet. Like, they might not be the best, but they're not afraid of the internet. They out there. They on Instagram Live all the time. They engage with their fans. Like, they do the shit that a lot of old man rappers refuse to do, and I'm pretty sure that they will never, ever be broke again. They're NBA in their life.
I give this album a 3.5.
Yeah.
The album was better in the second half after the Crossroads. I would have loved to have watched somebody else executive produce them, like somebody like a Dre or like a Diddy, you know, somebody that understands commercial music more. I actually ended up enjoying, regardless of how I felt about the first half. They needed some more wrangling from an EP with a more cinematic vision, I feel, because they have cinematic type of music. Their music is cinematic if you take away all the filler shit in between and in the middle or at the beginning. Yeah,
What's
man.
crazy is I feel like your criticism
Good album.
is art of war. Like, I feel like you're describing what comes next. Like, they listen to you, but like somebody back then told them the same shit. Cause what you're saying, I mean, ironically, that is a long ass project and it's maybe got its flaws, but in terms of the sonic direction they went, I feel like they listened to you.
The Art of War, World War III, or
World War
oh
One
no,
and
the next
Two,
album, The Art of War.
which is a
with the
double
the
album.
double
Art
disc.
of War.
That's the
It's a
one.
double
That's
album,
the one.
yeah.
That's the one with the Tupac song with the.
Yeah.
That one-
there's
yeah.
some great
Hard.
song.
That
Look
one's
into
hard.
my eyes and
That
tell
one's
me
hard.
what- there's so
Yep.
many joints
It
on
came
that
out.
project.
It came out in 1997. So in 2027, when it's celebrating its 30th anniversary,
Absolutely.
we'll review that album
100%.
and we'll talk. We'll
And it's
talk.
gonna
We'll
take
talk about
twice as
that.
long. Take
Nice.
Twice as long. Twice the double album. Got it. Goddamn right. We haven't done a double album yet. Look, we're already at 2 hours, and
I
it's
told
just.
you.
But it's also fucking 18 tracks. No,
That's how it
I
goes.
told you. I know that it's gonna be 2 hours. 3 hours is absurd. You're crazy, man.
It'll happen. I promise. But honestly, for the grade of the album, I ended up giving it a 3.9. Because, like, I don't know if I would consider this, like, a full classic in the sense of timelessness. I think it's more of what you would call an era classic, where it has its seminal, innovative values, where you could tell it inspired a lot of people, and they jacked a lot of shit from it and refined it over the years. Like, but there's too many mid songs on it in my opinion, for me to think it's a classic album. I just think it's an album that has some classic songs on it, but those songs carry it so strong that if this was an era where I had to still buy CDs, I would buy the full CD to get those songs.
Okay.
How do you?
What do you give
I'll
it,
give it a
Jeff?
4. I'll give it a 4. Just like he said, it's an era thing for me. This is one of those albums that I really paid attention to that when it came out. It's something I still listen to, vaguely today. Like, I have songs in my playlist that if it pops up, I'm bumping it. And overall, it's just like those couple of songs that could have just came out. You know what I mean? There's certain songs I feel like just didn't fit the whole fold of the album. The way the album ended, it's like one of those TV shows you've been stuck on and it just fucking ends abruptly trash. So other than that, it's one of my favorite albums and solid 4. And yeah.
Yeah, no.
Boom, 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 boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom.
So thanks so much for joining us today, Jesse. It was really great to have your perspectives
Word.
and insight on the show. You really added a lot of value, so thank you so much for being here with us. Also, thanks to all the people in the chat who joined us, Lindell and DJ Cruz and Destiny Manifest. And I believe even Bonnie pulled up at one point earlier
Bonnie
on.
did pull up and said,
So,
Mo
yo,
Murda.
No, she like Bonnie there's joints on this song where if you sit there in the car, you're gonna listen to this girl spit some fucking gangster shit, almost word for word, 100%. So
Lindell said
she
good
loved this
scores,
shit.
on point.
And yeah, no, so
agrees
thanks
with our
everyone
scoring.
for coming through. Thanks, Lindell, appreciate you. And so thanks for coming through to everyone. We'll be back again. Well, Flacco and I'll be back with a new guest
We will
host.
be back on Thursday with Destiny Manifest, 12 p.m. Eastern Time. Tune in. We're going to be covering Future Dirty Sprite 10-year anniversary.
Yes,
if
sir.
you were 20 years old when this album came out, you're officially old too. Come join us.
Damn, that's what y'all doing? Woo!
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
man, it's gonna
Yeah.
be. I'm gonna.
That's
Anyway.
gonna be
You love
crazy.
that album. I know it's
I
how it is.
love that album. Holy shit. That's gonna be fun to watch. I'll tune in.
I listened to it for the first time as a player. The first time I ever listened to the album was this weekend.
Really?
Yeah, I
What?
mean,
Crazy.
it took me.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear your take on it, man.
Very long time to learn to like Future. Like, it's like, we know how you have to learn to like drinking beer and shit. I had to learn to like Future. Because at first, bro, if you go watch some of my early reviews from 2017, I talk so much shit about Future.
being
I
a
hope he
fucking
never
white
watched
boy.
them and meets me.
I can see it though.
You know what?
But listen, I learned to like Future. I learned to like Future and fell in love with Future to the point that he's probably the main motherfucker I play on my Apple Music.
I certainly never got there with
Before
it.
we
but...
Before we get off this, I do want to send a shout out. Holden said that Busy Bone has a channel that he gets crazy on YouTube. It's called
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go watch that.
Jam TV Official, and it's him and I believe his wife and his kid and the probably baby because I'm pretty sure he has more than just one kid. There are 4 Instagram pages linked to this YouTube page, and I do believe that it's his entire family. It's a picture of him and his wife and the baby on the YouTube header.
But I'm telling y'all, if you're going for the first time,
I subscribe.
You have to watch the wine videos.
That I would be fighting with you is a compliment because that means that we're passionate and care about the thing. We're passionate people. I could easily see if I would have blown up in the 90s and been doing shows now, I could easily see me being the busy bone of the group, throwing water bottles at people, generally saying whatever the fuck I feel like saying, and being a general wild out motherfucker. So shouts to Busy Bone, man. Word.
No, but I'm
Be
telling
nice,
you,
I
when you
guess.
go there, look for the videos where he's holding a glass of wine. If you see Busy Bone holding a glass of wine, you know that's the video you want to watch. It doesn't matter which one. They're all, when Bonnie pulled up, I was like, oh, you can bring the wife in on this shit. It's one of them channels, and you both enjoy it very thoroughly. I big recommend. Busy Bone hit big. He played the game. He is about that money, and he does it well. But thanks again for everybody for coming through. We really appreciate it. It was really fun to have you all interacting with us and be able to go through this amazing project. And shout out the Bone Thugs for making this project 30 years ago, and it's still being something.
Yes,
you can bump
Lindell, we
today.
did. Lindell's in the comments.
Lindell,
he asked
you got to
a
go to
pivotal
the
question. He
Perspectives
said,
channel, Lindell.
Did you fellows ever do the Fleetwood Mac review? We did. Go to our YouTube channel,
The Perspectives channel.
and check it out. The Perspectives YouTube channel.
Perspectives
and
Pod
check
if
it
you're
out.
searching it.
Perspectives Pod. We did drop
we
that.
did do it. So you can check that out, Lindell, unless you're in Russia.
Yo, I felt the way that I felt about a lot of these albums, where I feel like, yo, why wasn't I born yet, and why didn't I executive produce for Fleetwood Mac? Because I would have told everybody, shut the fuck up and let fucking Stevie Nicks be the star that she is, and everybody else fall the fuck back. You know what I mean? The same way that I have strong opinions about the shit that Bone Thugs and Big L should have been doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can go check that out,
Yep.
and we will have more stuff coming week over week. I'm actually gonna go watch a fucking superhero movie this weekend because that's what we're doing for Fantastic Four.
Next week we're gonna be reviewing Fantastic Four on Monday, yo.
So,
we are going to be doing Fantastic
really
Four, and
believe
then sometime during the week we will be doing Old Dirty Bastard 30th anniversary of Return to the 36 Chambers.
And we'll make it happen.
One of my favorite fucking albums, Old Dirty Bastard, one of my favorite rappers, favorite member of Wu-Tang Clan. So I look forward to that album review. But first, we will be doing Fantastic Four on Monday. Fantastic Four is premiering on Friday. Go check it out and come watch the review with us on Monday.
Sunday. I'll watch it on Sunday. And apparently it's got 3D, so I'm excited because it's a 3D movie, and there's the part of me that's a kid that just always likes a movie a little bit more when it's in 3D. Anyway, appreciate y'all, and live long and prosper.